Well, hello, Veritas. Yeah, this is what we're talking about, right? I mean, this is more like it. I loved your last two videos, man. Just had to respond. Here's the response. It's even longer than before. It looks like it's going to be a three-parter this time, so enjoy. Okay, forms of marriage found in the Bible, the Empire Remix. All right, before I start, I'd like to reiterate the disclaimer which Veritas put on the front of his videos. I really like this quote a lot. We're actually doing the unthinkable here and delving into the good book itself. Direct quote from Veritas 48. Yeah, so basically the point here isn't to prove the Bible is correct or even to prove the Bible is incorrect. Okay, what's going on here is just two dudes sitting down trying to actually read the Bible and just see what it has to say about marriage. Okay? All right, so what started this whole thing? Let me just make a crisp statement of exactly what I'm trying to prove here. Okay, these are my theses, right? There are many types of society that are described in the Bible. Each society practices a very distinctive style of marriage, and God actually respects and affirms each form of marriage as practiced by each of the societies. And the upshot of all of this is the rather remarkable conclusion that the Bible itself says that marriage is cultural relative. Now, this is, let me just insert a personal statement here. Okay, so I was very religious until up to the age of like 27. And so I've been reading the Bible for around 35 years. And honestly, this is how I read the Bible even when I was very religious. So, for me, it seems obvious, but apparently, saying that the Bible says that marriage is relative to a culture, apparently is surprising. And Veritas 48 actually issued a challenge, okay? So if this is true, if this is really true, he challenged me to do the following, okay? Show in the Bible where a bunch of different societies are found, and show how each society has a different form of marriage, and most importantly, show where God affirms this form of marriage in a prescriptive voice, okay? Not just that a whole bunch of heretics and apostates are running around doing evil things, okay? You have to show directly where God himself, says that this is a moral imperative. This is what you should be doing, okay? So I took up Veritas' challenge. And a summary of where my last video put things is as follows. Okay, I found the following forms of society in the Bible: an initial society where Adam and Eve are starting things out, bootstrapping; a pastoral society; anarchy; agricultural; monarchy; and empire. So I did find in the Bible a lot of different kinds of societies. Moreover, I did find in the Bible a lot of different patterns of marriage in these societies. And it does indeed seem that each form of society has a specific form of marriage. It does seem like the patterns of marriage have changed over time, okay? But just because people are doing it, just because it's happening this way, just because marriage is changing, doesn't necessarily mean that marriage should be changing, okay? So to really, nail this, what I had to do was I had to go and I had to find textual references which actually endorse each of these forms of marriage and show how the forms of marriage actually does change over time. And not only that, but the changes are actually endorsed by God. And this is the best I could do. Okay, so you can see there's a couple of blank slots here, and one of the slots was actually disputed. But so this is where things stand at the end of the last video. Okay. Okay, Veritas. When I set to mix this whole thing up together, it actually turned out not to be three parts. It turned out to be a 5-part slideshow, okay? This is, like, huge, okay? Now, the reason is in previous videos, you really complained bitterly about, me not really attacking your actual argument or addressing your points or gliding over things. And I understand the frustrations, okay? I understand how frustrating it is to, think you get a really good zinger in there and then not have them actually acknowledge it. So I tried to parry all your zingers here. It's a long video, so yeah, we'll see how it turns out.